Hey Internet, welcome to Thermodynamics tutorial. This is a made-up question not found in your textbooks. We want to find the local atmospheric pressure if the absolute pressure in the water is 10 meters deep at 195 kPa. What is the absolute pressure at 6 meters deep of a liquid with a specific gravity of 0.85 in the same location? Meaning the same location as part A. Step 1, draw your free body diagram, your FBD. This will help you visualize the problem. So on our left is part A, on our right is part B. So we've got water 10 meters deep, and we have a pressure of 195 kPa, absolute. On our right, we've got a different liquid of a specific gravity of 0.85, and it's 6 meters deep in the same location as the water. Okay, so step 2, list all the givens and all the unknowns. So this will help us figure out formulas. Step 3, find the formula for the atmospheric pressure. So PABS, so absolute pressure, is equal to PATM, the atmospheric pressure, plus rho GH, so rho is density of the liquid, G is gravity, H is height. We rearrange and we have ATM on the other side, and we got ABS minus rho GH on the other side. So what they did is they just subtracted the rho GH from both sides, and that's how we got to this equation. Step 4, find the atmospheric pressure for part A. We assume it's pure water, so the density is going to be 1000 kilograms per meter cube. So this is just something that you should know. It is in your charts and tables. You could also just wiki it. So for legal reasons, I won't tell you where I got my source, but you know where you can get the source. Okay, so we just plug it in. So 195 kPa minus rho GH. So as explained, the density of water, so maybe I should just make that a little bit more clearer for students. Density of water. So that's where the 1000 kilogram per meter cube comes from. Gravity is gravity. It's metric gravity. So it's 9.81 meters per second squared. And 10 meters is given in the question. We also have the conversion factor, 1 kPa per 1000 newtons per meter squared. That's because the units work out to be in Newton meter squared, but we want it to be in kPa. So the atmospheric pressure is 96.9 kPa. Alright, step 5, find the formula for the absolute pressure. So this is for part B. Once again, it's ABS is equal to PATM plus the rho GH. The rho in this case is the density of the unknown liquid. Okay, so step 6, we need to figure out the density of the unknown liquid because they've given us the specific gravity from the question as stated here. So SG, specific gravity, is 0.85. So that's where they got the 0.85 from. So we multiply specific gravity by the density of water to find the density of the liquid. So you do this for all specific gravity. So you multiply every SG with the density of water to figure out the new density of the unknown liquid. Okay, so that's a general rule and tip for finding the density of an unknown liquid if they give you specific gravity. So 0.85 multiplied by 1000, so that's 850 kilograms per meter cubed. Don't forget your units. You will get marks taken or loss in your tests and exams. Step 7, find the absolute pressure. So probably find the formula. So that's the formula. And step 8, we just find the absolute pressure for part B at 6 meters. So once again, we are adding in this case because the formula is as is, there's no rearranging. So 195 kPa plus 850 kilogram per meter cubed, that's the density of the unknown liquid, multiplied by gravity, multiplied by the height at 6 meters, multiplied by the conversion factor. You'll get your absolute pressure for part B at 245.03 kPa. So, disclaimers, the method is correct. However, I do make calculation mistakes. I encourage you to solve it yourself and see if you get the same answer. Before we leave, I highly encourage you to save this video onto your PC, just in case that this video or channel gets taken down. While I follow all copyright laws, sometimes things just happen. Now, you can do this by using the snipping tool. I'm sure you're all familiar with the snipping tool. For those that aren't, you can follow the steps shortly. And for those that are using the Mac, you can use the Mac equivalent of the snipping tool. So click on the snipping tool icon on your taskbar. If it's not in your taskbar, go into your Windows search, type in snipping tool. Then click on the video option. Then click on new. Then left click and drag the rectangle to cover the YouTube screen. So this is just an example. Then click the start button, wait for the countdown. Then click the replay button on YouTube, let the video finish. Then click the red square to stop recording. And then use Control and S to save the video. Alright, so like and subscribe, share with your friends, because this is a made up question, they probably won't be able to find it. If you got questions, comments, or if you found a mistake, leave it in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to support me, become a member or drop a super thanks. Until next time, see ya.